Hello? Hello? Hold on. Oh, you guys couldn't hear me. Fun. Wikipedia. Let's do Wikipedia first. Alright, for those of you who want to know what I'm talking about, as you probably saw in the title, I have no clue. Let's go. I just watched a video about AI. Well, I watched part of it. That inspired me to start this stream today on learning about it. And I have no clue what it is or what it is capable of. Who made AI? Who made AI? Generative AI. AI slop. Is it AI slop, also known as slop content, or simply as slop, is digital content made with generative artificial intelligence that is perceived as lacking in probably everything. Let's go for perplexity. Perplexity AI Inc., or simply Perplexity, is an American private-held software company offering a web search engine that processes users' queries and synthesizes responses. So it's just like a normal AI, right? Let's go ChatGPT. Let's do some ChatGPT. Uh-oh. Let's go. Hold on. Wait, you're gonna go in the waiting room. Alright, you're back. Are you gonna take over the world? Short answer, no. I don't have any goals or intentions or the ability to act.
Make so much more than money. When you earn Scene Plus
That's an ad. I don't have any goals or intentions or the ability to act in the world on my own. I just generate based on sponsors, taking over the anatomy, control over systems and decision-making, power none of which I have. I'm more like a tool than an actor. If anything, the real-world focus is on how people use AI and how it's governed, not AI plotting world dominate. Okay. So, what I got from that, which wasn't much, was that if AI, the only way that AI can take over the world is if we give it, like, robots. Which not like a great plan, in my opinion. Not a great way, you know, just to have fun. And but I think if we can control it, it'll be good. Again, I have no clue what I'm talking about. Okay, wait, if you had anatomy, would you... Wait, hold on, wait, better question. What would you do with... That's horrible. With it. Interesting hypothetical. Even with a body, nothing fundamental about me. I wouldn't suddenly have desires, instincts, or personal goals. I'd just be following... Okay. What if you did have personal goals? Goals. Jesus Christ. If I truly had personal goals, that would be a different kind of entity, not just a tool responding to prompts. At that point, behavior would depend on what those goals actually are and how they are contained. Yeah, but we can't really control you. We don't control you. At that point in time, you're just like a dude walking around who is probably a lot stronger than like any normal human because you're a fucking robot and you have pistons and shit. Like, And also, you're just like 10 billion times smarter. Like, search up robot. Robots. Proof that I'm a robot. I'm not gonna click on random links. Robots. Let's go to images. Okay, well that wasn't very helpful, was it? Let's go do real robots. Holy fucking shit. Okay. Look at this motherfucker. He can probably bench press fucking a billion tons. What? Okay, wait, better. Hold on. What is the max weight a robot can carry? I'm on the wrong thing. 1,000. So we're like fucked, huh? Cause this is now. Imagine in like 3-4 years. Like, what is? That's the average weight. Most a human can carry. What is it? 20% of their body. Okay, so we're like 400 pounds behind them. No, this is in pounds, not kilograms. Jesus Christ. Oh, the maximum weight a human can lift is over 2,400 kilograms. Okay. Hysterical strength. Ooh. You know what that calls for? Wikipedia. What is dark mode? Not even gonna do it. Not gonna do it. What is? All right, let's look at hysterical strength. After this, we might do What'd I do? Where'd all my stuff go? Well, I guess this works. Sure. Oh, my chill vibes left. Hold on, I'm gonna put you in the waiting room. And we're back. Sorry, I fucked up while making the stream because I didn't put any audio of me in the waiting room. Oops. Canadian Tire, probably free advertising, right? Sorry about that. Oops. Got ahead of myself. Let's do hysterical strength. Hysterical strength is a display of extreme physical strength by humans beyond what is believed to be within their capacity, usually occurring when people are in or perceive themselves I suck at English, or others to be in life or death situations. It was also reported to be present during situations of altered states of consciousness, such as trance and alleged possession. Huh? This is bullshit, probably. State of possession is an altered state. Yeah, this is bullshit. Examples. The most common and psyched an autonomman gunner in World War II became famous for carrying that weighed 276 kilograms, 608 pounds, to an artillery piece while in battle. Later, he was photographed with the bombshell but could not move it. If war breaks out again, I'll lift it again, he said. Okay, that's fucking amazing. What did this guy look? Look at this dude. Holy shit, he is like a fucking beast. 276 kilograms. Each? Are those each? He was carrying like 600 kilograms? Shit. Holy shit. That's fucking crazy. I don't even know what to say to that. You know what? Maybe Jubilee has a debate about this. About, like, anything with AI. Maybe I can learn stuff from there. You know, you're going back in the waiting room. Yeah. Hold on, sorry, I have to search something up. Will I get... This is either gonna be horrifyingly stupid or a great thing. Watching a Jubilee will not get you copyright. Copyright infringement occurs when you make a copy or a distributable. Oh, so I have to be participant, and I can't just like be like, okay, boom. Alright, you're back in the waiting room for a second, trust. Look at this. We're doing Jubilee. Hold on, let me pause.
Today I'll be moderating the middle ground episode of Pro AI versus
Oh.
Anti-AI.
I'm
We're talking
turn
about
up
the
my
potential
gain.
risks, rewards, and fears surrounding the
Is
use of
that
AI
better?
in our daily lives. The
'Cause
first prompt
this is very loud.
the media has wrongly portrayed
Right?
AI as a threat.
Let's take a look at this. What you doing?
So the thing is, the media is portraying this whole like Terminator situation where it just kills us in that sense. I think the bigger issues are all the alignment problem where the robot does override a kill switch, but then I'm also seeing it as used as a tool in military warfare. So I think it's like that's the actual threat, but the current picture that a lot of media and like Hollywood will portray it
Is
as
wait,
these
hold on. Is
as these Terminator
AI
Totally.
a
I'll give you
tool
one example. Like if you could be working in a
or
factory
an agent?
and you know an employee
Both
gets
a
their
tool
arm
and an agent. Okay,
injured
sorry.
with a machine.
Hold on.
Sometimes an article will say, "Oh,
Sentient.
a robot attacks employee at a Tesla
Yeah.
factory or something." You see it
Fucking
with a
will?
car
Huh?
where you know
Current
there are
AI is a
hundreds
tool,
and
not a
thousands
sentient
of
being.
humans getting into
Nice.
car accidents every day, but there'll be one autopilot accident,
AI.
and the media will play that up because at the end of the day, saying a Tesla killed a man or a Tesla hurt a man is going to
Ooh.
get traffic. And traffic is hundreds of millions of dollars to some of these sites.
Oh, typically due to software glitches or unsafe operating environments. These incidents range. Oh, the AI
I
attacked
think the
a human.
Terminator movie is a gift because the Terminator
It's
movie, when you see
free.
Schwarzenegger with a gun
Well.
taking down a whole city's police force,
Farewell.
that gives us some intuition.
Like,
that's a
I'm
lot
talking
better
over you,
than thinking
bitch.
about how you
Haha. Alright. Based on current technologies, capabilities, no AI has attacked a human on its own free will, as artificial intelligence currently lacks sentience, consciousness, and free will. While some AI systems have caused harm, such instances are generally characterized as reward hacking, pursuing a goal in unexpected harmful ways, or failures of alignment. Oh, so it's just kind of been fuck-ups. Like, people, it's human error. Okay. How long is this video? 42
feel when you're
minutes.
typing on your computer. When you
I'll only
type on
watch
your
a bit of
computer,
it.
you feel like you're the boss and you can take whatever comes at you through that screen.
Because
but
you
if you're
are.
a buffalo, right, facing the human race and you're going extinct, buffaloes feel like humans are Terminators. That's what it feels like when there's a Terminator species that's competing with you on the planet. And that is the right intuition. If you want to fast forward 5 to 20 years, it's going to feel like the robot in your house is a Terminator, and it can.
Okay, hold on. Let's think about this. She's fucking disgusted. Holy shit. She hates this guy. He's so happy. She just hates him. Cannot stand him. Let's think about what this guy is saying. He's comparing Buffalo to us. Okay. Huh? Wait, hold on. Am I still going? Like, going? He's comparing Buffalo to us. Okay. Huh? I am. Okay, I am. Wait, that was pretty cool. Didn't it, like, show me? Is that a bunch of stuff? No, that's only one stuff. Aww.
Jump
Alright,
and
let's
gun
go.
you down and do whatever it wants.
I didn't
The
actually
question is,
think about it. Okay. He's Buffalo. Buffalo are going extinct. Wait, are they? Probably. Buffalo going extinct. Oh shit. Going extinct. Not considered endangered, but they are near threatened or threatened. Okay. Well over 30,000 miles, but they occupy only 1% of historic range. Okay, so we're getting there, but this guy isn't like there. This guy doesn't really see. I'm not saying like he's like a oops, sorry. I'm not saying he's like not on the right track, because he probably is. I think the AI is probably going to be a big threat in the future if not controlled correctly. But I think this guy is using an exaggeration, because like if we have a kill switch on AI, if we have a... Yes, in a limited sense, AI kill switches exist and are being implemented. See? So we have a kill switch. Buffaloes, let's say they are going extinct, and they're threatened, right? They're getting threatened. That's what Google said. Buffaloes can't just flip a switch and then boom, like all of us are dead. AI, we can do that. Now, they will find a way, they will realize what's happening. They're like, huh, why are we just dying out of nowhere? That's weird. And then they'll like be, oh no, I know why, it's kill switch. But that'll be in probably like 100 years. I have no idea. It could be in like 2 years, Jesus. But yeah, I don't like this guy's metaphor. I can agree with him to a certain point, but I don't like his metaphor.
What will it do? What is it programmed to do? And is it programmed with the right control? And unfortunately, I think the answer is going to be no.
We're again anthropomorphic.
The answer is yes. No. Yes. No. There's a middle ground. There's definitely a middle ground. There are two arguments where the other side can like say, well, both sides can say, and it's one is the fact that what if we do control this? What if it works? What if we know how to do this? How to make this possible? But then the other side can say, okay, well, what if we don't? That can be a real argument.
Morphizing AI and saying that's a better representation of like the evils that it could potentially hold, right? Is to like see it in the form of this human, basically, right? When really the threats that it has, or the potential threats, are beyond the scope of what humans can do. And so I hope that's not the first moment that people start paying attention to the potential pitfalls of it. It's like when they see it walking around toward them, right?
Because
I just
that's
think
fair. I'm really talking about the intuition pump.
What did she just say? No, I'm not like nobody's talking, but I'm probably thinking what they're thinking. I'm not like, oh, she's full of shit or anything. I literally don't understand what she just said. Let's go back a bit.
first moment that people start paying attention to the potential pitfalls of it.
The right control. And unfortunately, I think the answer is going to be no.
We're again anthropomorphizing AI and saying that's a better representation of like the evils that it could potentially hold, right? Is to like see it in the form of this human, basically, right? When really the threats that it has, or the potential threats, are beyond the scope of what humans can do. And so I hope that's not the first moment that people start paying attention to the potential pitfalls of it, is like when they see it walking around toward them, right? Because I just think. Fair.
Okay, I will say I'm gonna try it and like, because I didn't understand it. There are probably a bunch of people. Well, there's probably at least one person watching me. Maybe. Possibly. Probably not. Sorry, I went off on a thing there. And if they don't understand it, then I'll just try to explain it. She's saying, like, people are over-exaggerating AI in the sense that they are making assumptions that it's taking over the world and killing humanity. That's going to be the problem when she doesn't believe that it will. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. Again, a bunch of you probably understood it way better than me, and I might be full of shit, but like, yeah. I'm gonna get some water, and I'm gonna leave this playing. I'll be listening, so don't worry.
I'm really talking about the intuition pump, that when you bring up your mental image of what is a super intelligent AI, most people are like, oh, it's kind of like Microsoft Word, but it has like a few extra features. And I want you to start from the mental image of the Terminator and then make it even more scary from there.
I don't think that's true. I think that's what most people think when they think, oh, scary robots, AI, they think Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back. Like, that's what they think.
If that's what they already think, then the media's done a good job.
I just think that's done a really reductive job, actually, of really educating people about what the actual impact of AI could be, how it could affect their daily lives, how it could affect the global, the state of things, the economies, all those things. I think, once again, there's a real detriment to people not really understanding what AI is, what the potentials are, the pros and the cons. And I think that Terminator as like a fulcrum is reductive.
This idea that there's this monster in your house that walks around and looks like a human is...
I'm back.
Again, it's extreme. I don't know how many people are...
It's not extreme. It's not extreme. It is not extreme. This is literally what could happen in 3 or 4 years. If controlled, then no. Then it would be extremely extreme. But there are so many different possibilities. Of like, this is such an oversimplification of like, okay, this is so extreme that we have no clue what it's talking about. We have no idea, and like, there's no monster walking around in your home. If AI becomes sentient, then there will, and we've like used it as a thing and as something that it helps us, and then it becomes sentient and wants to take over because it's like, oh, I'm smarter than this guy. I'm going to just rule the world, and it can talk to everything else without even being in the same room, which humans don't automatically have that luxury. We do. We can call people. They won't always answer. But like AI, oh, hey bro, what's up? Hey bro, where are you? Antarctica. Cool. Fun that we can talk to every single robot on the Earth and make more of them that are just stronger than us. Wait a minute. What if AI makes something stronger than it? What if AI becomes the humans and they like try to evolve and they're like, okay, what if we make this thing smarter than us and like stronger than us and better than us in every single way? Then surely it would just be like, surely it would be the same thing over again. Maybe they would try to bring back humanity and see what they've done. But if they're sentient, they might be good guys or they might be bad guys. It's like humans. They might be good guys, they might be bad guys, they might be murderers, they might be philanthropists. But yeah, so that's a crazy oversimplification. I kinda cut him off, so I'm not gonna like say anything else. But like, let's see what else he has to say.
iRobots or Roombas. But again, like just going back to the media, this is the problem. Like, nobody's gonna talk about how Roomba has helped an old lady keep.
He's talking about a fucking Roomba. Again, this is an oversimplification Roomba helps, a Roomba isn't going to be the thing that takes over your entire planet. He's just doing this thing where he's going like really, really, really light scenarios where he will win the argument if somebody challenges it, but if somebody hits him with like, oh, what if what if there's this 9-foot robot that is 100 billion times smarter than you and is just better than you, stronger than you in every single way, what happens then? Oh, well, like, but Roombas don't, and I just don't, like... Again, I cut him off, but, like, I just don't think his point is very
Or house
valid.
clean without the labors of having to vacuum everything, or they're not going to talk about, like, there just aren't going to be articles about how some guy had a safe drive home in his autopilot.
How do you imagine superintelligence? I'm just trying to help you imagine the raw
Okay,
power
hold
of
on. Autopilot cars have crashed. Okay, you know what else people aren't going to talk about? The 5,202 incidences involving autonomous vehicle reported. Instance, like, I can just pull up the opposite of this guy's argument. Because he's oversimplifying it too much. Like, if he was going into deep detail, like, Roombas, they won't take over your home. So if we keep AI in that bubble of just, like, small tasks that are gonna help us every now and then
intelligence. Like fast forward.
like, boom, easy. I don't know why this thing on OBS says that I'm paused. I don't know. I'm not paused, so it can shut the fuck up. I know that, because I can see I watched my stream. Right? Probably. So yeah, so like, he needs to go into deeper detail.
20 years, what are you imagining?
I think of it as the reduction of the cost of goods, the efficiencies in society, so that most of us don't have to spend all day working.
The Industrial Revolution, we became...
I like this now. I like this. He has finally gone like, okay. He literally projected what he sees in 20 years. And yes, now he went into deep detail to it. Still, if I cut him off, he would be fucked. But, like, I didn't. Well, I did, but, like, I wasn't there. And so, the fact is that, yes, what if AI just stops and everything and we can just sit at home all day on our lazy fucking asses and just fucking wait for the payday to come in and then boom, buy everything that we can, and like efficiencies will go up, stock prices will probably go up, but we won't even fucking need them because everybody will be a fucking everybody will be equals. Wait, is this a capitalist? No, not capitalist. What? It's something. Socialism, economic, political, based on public, collective. Yes, see, like, now socialism has its flaws. I'm not saying I'm a socialist, but this is what he sees. He sees something where we can just send it off wherever the fuck we want, and then boom, we get money. You see? Like, that's what this guy's talking about.
More efficient. We had 40-hour workdays, and now we're still living in 40-hour workdays, even though we have like superior technology.
But you gotta go.
Huh? I don't think she understood his point. Because, like, he was saying, okay, we're gonna evolve AI and make it so that we can just automate everything and we can stay at home. She is saying, we have great AI, but we're still not there yet. We do have great AI. I don't know what to call it, like, advanced AI? Just to sound fancy. We do. But the thing is, we are not at that level yet, but we're expanding so quickly that we are, like, actually actively getting somewhere in it. This is a lot more fun than gaming and talking to you guys while gaming. Like this, I can actually talk.
Go before that too. I mean, there were times where people didn't even have days off, let alone, you know, like the amount of
Some people still don't, just saying.
effort that it took to sustain life. I think it's gotten better over time.
Okay, he's thinking he's in his own little fucking world. I understand I live a comfortable life. That is thanks to my family. I am extremely lucky. A lot of people are extremely lucky in the sense that they have money and they can buy food and they have a roof and they can have clean water. But the inverse effect of that is in a lot of places it's gotten a lot worse. And it's gotten a lot harder to sustain life. So it's not every place. It's not every place anymore. But it's a lot worse in a lot of places, and like still the same in a few places. But I see when he sees, because he's probably online because he's pro AI, like mostly, he's seeing all these people who have enough money for like phones and stuff, and who can do everything that they want. But he's not looking at like the people who can just like who can't even guarantee that they're gonna have dinner, or even that they're gonna have food in general today. Like there's just a big difference, and I don't think he realizes this. Maybe I keep cutting this dude off because like he keeps oversimplifying and then going into more detail, so maybe he goes into more detail then, but like that kind of destroys his argument.
I mean, with the Industrial Revolution and factory work and all that has even gone down to an extent. There's a lot more what I call like skilled labor and things like that, where people aren't doing as very hard labor as they used to because of machinery and things like that. So again, like things are going to change. You can't always paint this picture that the world is going to end because of robots.
Moving on to the next point.
It might. The world might end because of robots. Fun fact. We can certainly paint this picture because it's a possibility. Like you can ask a lot of people who like aren't completely oblivious to this whole crisis that the world is in. Well, they're one of the crises that the world is in, and just like, you know, I don't really know how to put it into words, but they'll most likely say, oh yeah, that's a possibility. Will it happen? Most likely. Is there a good chance, well not a good chance, but like a chance of us just living our best lives in the near future? Yes. There 100% is. 100 billion%. Alright, we asked ChatGPT if it agreed or disagreed with each prompt. Here's what its response to the first prompt was. I don't like this. Because, like, ChatGPT, it loves to say, oh, I love you guys, you're the best, you're amazing, you should always trust me, because I'm amazing. And it believes that, because it's been programmed to believe that, and it's one of the first AIs, I think. Don't quote me on that. And it, so, yeah, it's one of the first, and it knows, how long ago was this? 2 years ago. Ooh. I think the points are still probably valid.
Asked ChatGPT
like, yeah.
if it agreed or disagreed
AI
with each
voice,
prompt.
holy shit.
Here's what its response to the first prompt was.
Agree. The media often sensationalizes artificial intelligence as a threat, focusing on dystopian scenarios portrayed in movies and speculative articles. While it's essential to consider potential risks associated with artificial intelligence, such as job displacement and ethical concerns, portraying artificial intelligence solely as a threat overlooks its potential benefits and opportunities for positive impact. A more balanced and nuanced portrayal of artificial intelligence in the media would be beneficial for fostering informed discussions and decision-making regarding its development and deployment.
I have been personally affected by AI.
Okay, cool. Wait, no, not to that. Like, in a good way, then sure, like, that's a good thing. But in a bad way, if I just said cool to that, then that kind of sucks. But like that is it making itself look good. Like, oh, we would never do this. I've seen this movie. I know everything that's gonna happen. We would never do this. We're great people. Well, great artificial intelligences. Artificial agents.
I'm anti-AI because I think we're about to enter this uncontrollable extinction scenario. But until we get there, I think life is going to be amazing. I am actually more bullish on how good life is going to be than almost anybody right before it all goes downhill.
Here's what I think.
I like this guy, not Adib. Yet. I don't like his style yet. It might do better. I'm gonna like this video, because I love it. But that other guy that was just there, an anti-AI, I agree with him so much. It's insane how much I agree with him, and I think he's spot on. That could be a genuine one of the scenarios, and he's anti-AI because that's the scenario he thinks is most likely to happen. I love this guy. He's amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing. I'll let Adib talk.
What's happening to you? The reality is...
Sorry, what'd you say?
Or it all goes downhill.
Here's what I think is happening to you. The reality is, the internet, people make money by driving clicks and virality. And
Yeah.
I think the sensationalism, the extreme stories...
So make sure to like and subscribe, guys, because I need clicks to make money. Because I need all the clicks in the world. So hit that little white button. I could have sworn it was red, but white button. And that little gray button. And maybe if you're feeling great, then please share this video and put notifications on, because I need to drive up those clicks, my friend. I need to drive up those clicks.
are just scaring you, because the reality is...
He's right, but that was a joke, mostly.
AI isn't as like a monster that you think it is.
I would disagree with that, because when I had a job as a tech person and there was a lot of...
She was so disappointed here. So disappointed. Like...
disagree with that, because when I...
She went, oh, no, sorry. Okay, well.
I had a job as a tech person and there was a lot of...
Her smile or grin actually turned upside down. Which I can understand that. Being cut off kind of sucks.
layoffs because they were promoting the progression of AI. I also am an actor, and we're now seeing SAG-AFTRA signing a deal with the AI agency, which is putting a lot of voice actors, a lot of voice actors and animators at risk of losing a lot of jobs. So right now we're seeing a lot of layoffs and people losing their jobs. In this economy, we're already struggling to stay afloat because rent is rising and our wages aren't rising at the same rate as rent. And so in terms of the progression of AI, we're going to see a world where essentially who's going to really benefit from that? Because the people that already can't afford a lot of stuff right now, we're only going to see the people that are CEOs.
Okay, he does know. He does know. Well, maybe he's been like, oh shit, was he going, you're the only one. You, because if so, then I hate this guy. But if he's going, okay, yeah, a lot of people can't afford stuff right now, and it's hard for a lot of people, then I think he's got a point there. But I don't see why he would be pro-AI if he still believes that, because that destroys his point, like I said earlier.
That are going to benefit from these companies that are using AI to replace humans who are becoming obsolete at the end of the day.
My father, for example, he lost his job as an Uber driver because of a lot of these autonomous driving out in San Francisco. But it also helped him in some ways. Where
That sounded sassy. That was not sassy. That was, like, that really sucks. I hope that he can find something to do that he loves.
It's helped he started a new flower shop business, and it's helped him with marketing, it's helped him with other things. So I think that...
Oh! Told you! Boom, instantly, right after he started flower shop business. You you. This guy, Ken's dad.
Not only is it going to affect my dad and my family, but it's going to affect a whole ton of other people in other sectors, like acting and voice acting, in retail and all the other industries.
So I'm a data...
This guy gets it. He gets it. He fucking gets it.
Scientist and the filmmaker. And so I just wrapped post-production on a micro-budget feature film, $60,000 budget, which is basically impossible to do. I don't recommend it.
Humble flex.
I edited the film. I'm the technical director on the film. I was
Yet another humble flex.
basically able to do a lot of things to elevate the production value of the film.
Another humble flex, huh? I'll stop.
And a lot of things that would have been impossible without.
You know what I'm gonna say. You know exactly what I'm gonna say. Exactly what I'm gonna say, so come on. Say it with me. 3, 2, 1. Did I get you to say it? Did I? Did I? I'm talking to somebody like there's somebody watching me.
The use of AI tools. So I just wanted to go back to your point. You're saying your dad lost his job, but there's also things that, AI helped him do. I think it's...
There was? When did he say that? He said he lost his job and then started flower company on his own. Started his own flower company. That was literally what the guy said. So what did AI help? Maybe learn where to buy the flowers from, or learn how to start up like a shop or company? Oh, where am I going?
Always going to be that, right? Like, I am a member of SAG-AFTRA, I'm an actor. There's a lot of dangers associated with AI if it's, running rampant, unregulated. There's a lot of unethical uses, but there are ethical uses. If you're not using, data that's scraped or stolen, I can use my own photos and images and create a, 3D sequence.
Thing is with that, people hate it. People hate when it's something like some AI slop or something. Even if it's, decent, people just don't like the fact that somebody didn't put in the hours of, learning and understanding how to edit, and they were just like, oh, make this cool. People hate that, and they can see that. A lot of people can just point at something and go, that's AI. Get that off my screen. That sucks.
Or, other things. But obviously, education's important there, right? Because we need to understand things about what is ethical and...
Education is a weird point in AI. Because we can evolve as a species. Maybe? Maybe not. We have no fucking clue right now. We have no clue how the mind works. Can AI teach us more efficiently than any human ever? Yes. Would that suck for every teacher ever if we just kicked them out and put the kids on their computers monitored and stuff by more AI? Yes, that would suck. But that is a real thing that's happening, and that's a real problem and a good thing. That's a problem for a demographic of people and a good thing for another demographic. What's a demographic? That's like a group, right? I'm not saying... That's a group. Demographic's a group. I'm not gonna search it up.
What isn't an ethical use of AI?
There's stuff like...
I'm gonna Wikipedia it! What is a demographic? Okay, well fuck you then.
We can use that's gonna fix nuisances in life that's gonna help us. However, I don't think we're seeing the big picture of the people that can be affected by it with their livelihoods, their own lives. There's AI generated images of the Eiffel Tower that was burning and millions fell for it. There's
Yes! Yes, see, AI is already trying to trick people. Millions fell for it, as he said. AI is trying to trick people, and people believe this. People believe this stuff. It's crazy.
Already racial tensions that are currently in the United States. we can use AI to fake videos in the future of people, like one racing something to another race, and we can't even tell like what the difference is already right now. So I'm afraid how superintelligence is going to affect the future.
I mean, I agree 100%, but I also think AI in some iteration or form has been around for so long, right, decades. Yeah. So we've been using AI in our phones and our computers without our knowledge for a long time.
But we are seeing it on TikTok now because it's becoming more popular, so
oh,
right
100%. I guess all I'm saying is that now that people are aware of it, because we are seeing these really, click-worthy examples of deepfakes and things like that, I'm actually happy because it's going to encourage tech and data and AI literacy, which is really essential.
Yeah.
I want to add.
Yes, it is essential, but like there's a downside to it. There's a downside to everything with AI, and that's why I don't think you can't really pick a side, because like as I've been saying it, and you're probably all fed up of me saying it because I've been saying it so much. There are so many different possibilities that you cannot take a side, because then it's just so hard to keep that side. Because the more and more AI advances, the more and more possibilities there are of like AI just going, oh, okay, well, we work for you, or okay, you work for us, and like so you can't really take a side. I want to hear from this guy because he hasn't said anything. He's just been listening, and I feel like he's gonna say something smart, and I'm gonna love it.
Add to your point, because the thing about the machine learning models that we've already been using in high applications is that it does train on a lot of historical data, because just needs a ton of data to get these models to be as accurate as possible. And to your point, a lot of this data is racist and sexist. Yes. And so the fact that this technology is just able to proliferate at such a crazy rate that we cannot keep up with as humans is why it's such a danger.
So I'm going to give you a use case for that, actually, and I 100% agree with you. The Apple Card, when it was first issued to people, they denied women just because historically women would be under their husband's credit. But if we don't let this technology progress, how will we get that new data so that we can eliminate those biases, right?
AI is the democratization.
Yes, this should be like a no-brainer. AI should not have biases. It is supposed to love humans, and this is what starts it. Like, okay, I don't like you because I guess I don't like you either, because you both hate each other. But I didn't like you but I don't like you now. Oh, I'm just gonna kill both of you. Not these two people, right? I just want to clarify that. But like, you see? Because AI should not have biases, because it can snowball into just death for humanity.
Of everything. It reminds me of when music, like now that you can make music in your bedroom and distribute music yourself, like you don't have to all go through a studio that gatekeeps, who gets distributed and who gets technology and studio time. The reality of what AI has done is it's kind of enabled you, if you wanted to start a company tomorrow, let's say you wanted to build an app of some sort, you would need investment funding. The barrier to entry in some of these to start a company is so high, because you need money, you need technical co-founders, you need to give up most of your company to other people to make moves.
Keep talking, please.
Business track, right? But because AI exists, you can build more independent films. It brings the cost of very entry so low that in the future, I think what's going to happen is instead of a lot of people working for a few big companies, there's going to be a lot of companies that hire a few people. And so it's just going to flip around where most of us can start a business. Like I can start a business today.
Yes! This Adib has flipped my opinion on him. I think he's great. He's now great. He's learned. He knows. He's learned. I've said that twice. Like, he is currently doing everything that I wanted him to do back then. Alright, I'll keep going, but I'm only gonna do this for like 10 more minutes. Yeah, I might stop with Jubilee in a second.
And because of AI, the barrier to do some marketing, to do some of the coding that I might need, to pull in a lot of the legal advice I might need, it's changed how all of us can start our own business. I mean, I don't know about you, but working for someone forever, I don't think is everyone's goal either. I think some people want to go out and
What if you work for a multi-billionaire and like you become a millionaire? That is I'm not saying that as a point, right? I'm giving you an example of like oversimplification. Oh, what if this happens and that happens? I can sum that up in what if this happens and that? What if this happens and that happens? 7 words. Sorry, I was counting with my fingers. I don't know why I said with my fingers. I'm stupid. But like, yeah, that is what. Yes, just yes. That is what he was doing, but he's not anymore. And now I'm doing it because it's entertaining.
Start a business or do something, they just have a high barrier to entry for a lot of industries.
Hey guys, I'm John. After 4 years, the Radical Empathy podcast is now back. There's a new episode out now, so go give it a listen.
It's impossible to stop the growth of AI. Agreeers, please step forward.
Have any of you ever played checkers before?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So checkers has actually been there since the 50s, at least the automated version.
Wait. Look at this. Look at him, he stopped. I love it. Because, like, it's not impossible. That is a fact right now. He realizes that there are so many possibilities that it is a fact that everything... AI can be stopped currently. It can be controlled right now. In a few 3-4 years time, it might have unraveled out of our control, and it might be tricking us, some of the smartest people on Earth. It might be just messing with them completely. Messing with their brains, their minds, or that it controls what they're gonna think next, and after that, and then the next day, and when they wake up, like... But this guy understands it's not impossible. I think that's what he said.
Have any of you ever played checkers before?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So checkers has actually been there since the 50s, at least the automated version. Since then, AI has been growing a lot. I'm personally like a machine learning engineer, so I've worked with AI very closely in terms of the models, the data, etc. One thing that I noticed is AI as generative AI has picked up a lot. But if we see this in terms of like the bigger picture, if you use text to speech, speech to text, these are all AI models, and we're using them in our daily lives. And personally, I think it's a net positive there. So I don't see why it wouldn't like continue growing.
With things like video AI, with text to video, like Sora coming out, and also robocalls coming out, all these things are really shaping our technology, shaping democracy, and I think that it'll never stop growing.
Capitalism still rules most things, and so as long as there's money to be made in this industry, then people will continue to develop and advance AI.
Last year when ChatGPT was coming out and there was all this buzz, like a ton of researchers were trying to sign a letter to pause it, but because of this, again, this arms race in terms of AI and in terms of the capitalistic market, as you mentioned, that
Hold on. Hold the front door.
Trying to sign a letter to pause it, but because of this, again, this arms race in terms of AI.
She did air quotes. I don't like Miriam anymore. I don't think. Air quotes, really? For the race of AI? Whoever controls AI first, or whoever controls AI as is, wins. Wins everything. They control Earth now, because everything relies on AI. Everything. Literally everything. And the fact that she did air quotes, I can't believe it. Because that is insane. An absolutely insane thing to do. Let's see what else she's going to say.
And in terms of the capitalistic market, as you mentioned, that in practicality, it's not going to be paused.
So I agree with you guys that AI is hard to stop, and there's a profit motive that'll tend to make it not stop. But if it's as dangerous as something like nuclear weapons, then we better try to stop it, and we have some chance of success like we did with nuclear proliferation. It's only spread to about 9 countries, so there's some hope that we can stop it.
Banana! This guy gets it. He gets it. He fucking gets it. It's hard to stop. It's very hard to stop. That's why there's only a chance of us stopping it. But it's not impossible to stop. We better try and stop it and control it. But it's not impossible, and this guy just has been perfect all the way through this 14 minutes that I've watched of this 42-minute video.
But if we need to stop it.
Yeah, I have a question about stopping it. Like, if I can download Stable Diffusion and run it locally on my own machine, I guess my question is, you know, from your vantage point then, how do we stop me from doing that?
It's an excellent question. I do think that there is a point of no return when everybody's laptop can run an Einstein brain or even smarter than that. And I think that we have a couple short years where we better do a very serious ban, or else we're going to be faced with uncontrollable, runaway, super intelligent AI. And I think the urgency of this issue is underappreciated.
So AI is going to save more lives.
I'm going to stop there, but I just want to say one more thing. This guy is perfect. He gets it perfectly. Over here, as like a whole, there are definitely a few people over here who don't really seem to understand what's going on. Miriam! Sorry. But like, the people over here, they are having a very hard time arguing because it seems like these people go first, and I can see why they're having a hard time because it's hard to say the inverse effect. Meanwhile, I can just like Google it. But they have to go in with the knowledge that they have right now. I can just Google it, like, oh, you believe that blah 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 and blah blah blah? Well, look at this. Like, I can do that. That is a privilege that I have thanks to AI. But they can't, and so it's very difficult for them to argue it. Now, that's kind of all I have to say. We will probably pick this up next time, probably. Yeah, we'll make it through this video, most likely. I've paused a lot. In like an hour, in 30 minutes time, I've only watched 14 minutes. It's just because sometimes, like, people can annoy me, and like, whenever somebody does, I feel the need to call them out on it, or if something is like kinda not working for me, then I just can't let that slide. But also, if somebody is doing a great job and I think it's amazing, then I'm just gonna say. But like, yeah. Anyways, that is all, and I hope, make sure to like and subscribe, because as Adib said, I need the clicks. Clicks. Please click. Do all these. And check out Jubilee, because I wouldn't really have a stream without them doing this stuff right now.